All the nominations went to Not Like Us and Not That Song, which that feels more, let's say, Grammy friendly.
Best rap performance.
Why?
Yeah. Because it doesn't have salacious content like pedophilia allegations and things of that nature. Right?
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. So Kendrick Lamar didn't hold anything back in his vicious rap battle with Drake earlier this year, but he claims to not be an angry person at heart. In his first profile since the year-defining feud, Kendrick covered the Harper's Bazaar 2024 November Voices issue on Monday, which had him in conversation with former Top Dog Entertainment teammate Caesar. Kendrick explained during the chat how he doesn't believe he's an angry individual, but how the duality of love and war do pose a need to exist. So while Not Like Us proved decisive in his feud with Drake, Kendrick defined what the phrase means to him culturally, and it's much bigger than anything OVO related, saying, "Not like us is the energy of who I am, the type of man I represent, and now if you identify with the man that I represent, this man has morals, he has values, he believes in something, he stands on something, he's not pandering."
Trying.
DJ Head, you've been on the record that, with all respect to Not Like Us being the big hit record that it is, it's probably the biggest fucking record of the year. It's now the greatest diss song of all time. It's beat Hit 'Em Up. It's over. Unbelievable, but it's happened. Euphoria, another great Kendrick Lamar record.
Ooh, let's jump with them.
I like how you do that, actually. That's my favorite. It's interesting that record, I guess it was submitted. Was it submitted? It was submitted also.
I have no knowledge of
consideration. I think it was submitted for consideration.
I think they said it was, yeah.
Yeah. That all the nominations went to Not Like Us and Not That Song, which that feels more, let's say, Grammy friendly.
Best rap performance.
Why?
Yeah. Because it doesn't have salacious content like pedophilia allegations and things of that nature, right?
Hey.
So
History lessons about Atlanta.
you know what I'm saying?
Wop,
I saw
wop,
something back in the day.
wop.
Speaking of WAP, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion.
Whores
Remember that
in
record?
this house. There's some whores in this house.
That was one of your joints? You like that one? That got you through the pandemic?
Nah. I played the record.
I saw something, Jeremy, you can check. I think Cardi did not submit that record for the Grammys because she didn't want the backlash of winning a Grammy for that type of record, right? That she would get.
Yes, was concerned about internet backlash and reaction and conservative criticism.
Why is Kendrick now not concerned that, to me, now, no matter how you look at it, as history goes on years from now, this whole battle is going to be defined by one record called Not Like Us. So why is Kendrick comfortable standing on that record as being with the content it has, the record?
It's the best record. It's the biggest record. It's the kill shot. It's the finishing move.
Yeah.
Did you play Mortal Kombat?
No.
Mortal Kombat is, you finish him, and that's, that's it. I think that's the only reason. The thing is, Euphoria is a great record. Like I've advocated, coped for that record, but not like it's nothing. There was nothing like this phenomenon. The Dodgers were playing it, spraying champagne on each other.
I don't know if we have to pause there.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. We can leave it. They said we're too misogynistic, so we won't pause that one.
Like, bro, you got to think about this, bro. Like, it's just there's been nothing, anything not named Shabuzi. There's been nothing this year.
See, what be my theory when I said that it has the side of unification, right? Like,
correct.
No one wants to say that part, right?
Correct.
And even I caught heat when I said that shit. Now it speaks to my accountability later on. I caught heat when I said that he turned the negative into a positive in that sense of unification.
Yeah.
Power of the West Coast. A lot of this kind of stuff that with hip hop history, we talked a little earlier before we got on mic about, the tension at times, or like the West not being accepted the same way because East Coast started hip hop at the time, right? So it speaks to all that, right?
Yeah. And also you got to think about it too. From the unification perspective, it definitely did galvanize a whole region.
I call it the Great Canadian Unifier.
Actually, I got it. And I got a theory too, Jeremy. You tell me if you agree with me or not.
Okay.
I think as time's going on, it's not even about the pedophile shit as much as it's not. To me, that never. I remember in real time that almost landed. Right. I remember going to get some coffee and like it was a bar. What do you call them? Bartistas?
Barista. Yeah.
Barista.
Yeah. I was thinking of the wrestler. I was thinking Batista.
Batista.
Dave Batista. Dave Batista. A barista.
A barista. Yes.
A Caucasian barista gentleman that I have a coffee shop I frequent.
Yeah.
Was like, Elliott, man, what's up with this? Drake? Is it true? Is it true? Like his world shattered that Drake could be a real creepy guy, allegedly, right?
Yeah.
Like his world. So in real time, I think when that song first came out, there was a little of that going on of like, oh my God, like, is there something we don't know about this guy? Like, is it like, we know he dates young women, but is everybody like, is there something creepy going on here, right, in real life? And then I think that slowly died down. And now I think it's like, if anything landed from that record in terms of like content, it's the third verse about Atlanta, colonizer type stuff, like the problem this guy lacks of understanding culture and how things move, right? That landed. And then he makes records with people from Atlanta. He's in the bleachers with Lotto and shit from fucking history, the history. Like, so that landed to me. Like, I feel like it's become less and less about that wild accusation. And that just seems like cheap shots and, humor and like low blow and just comedy of it. And people not taking it seriously, where the other part of it, the Atlanta shit and the character assassination and what he means in hip hop and his place in hip hop, that's held to me.
I think that's held more in the hip hop world. What I will say is, I speak to the whites outside of the hip hop world sometimes. Different world.
So they're still on that.
There's people who are like, they're like, Drake might be a pedophile. Is Drake?
Yeah, see, I caught that earlier.
They don't, because they haven't dug into all this stuff, and they don't even really know maybe the other songs in the battle. Maybe they just heard Not Like Us, and they're just like, what is? I think there are people that are like, what's happening in hip hop? I think we've kind of all agreed to move past the wild allegations on both sides for the most part, and just let it be about the music. I think that people have gotten over it for the most part in hip hop. That's my theory. But what do you think?
Why are you smiling like that? That's really the question.
The Not Like Us phenomenon was a unifier for a region, sonically and content wise, right?
Yes, sir.
The feel, the vibe, the movement, the tempo, all of the things. Again, I can't speak on certain things, but I will say, if you are from west of Texas, have your affairs in order. There's a tidal wave coming. Be ready.
Stay on stream.
Stay on stream.
That's why there's so many West Coast projects dropping right now. It's like everybody's trying to get theirs before the tsunami. Have you heard any of the tsunami?
I like how you phrase it. I mean, listen, I've heard records of different individuals that are from California.
Any that are from Compton?
I've heard records from people from Compton.
Don't start that broccoli thing. Don't start it now, Jeremy.
Hey, did he respond? Can you just tell me if he responded to the text that you sent him with my DM?
No, he did not respond. God damn it.
He didn't
Santa Claus.
He didn't respond to the text I sent him about you. No,
he didn't.
What was your interpretation of the Kendrick line when it dropped? Who was the first one that told you that your name was dropped in the Kendrick Drake beef?
Man, it was crazy because I'm on Twitter and shit. I'm scrolling. I'm just doing my biggest, laying in the bed, chilling, doing my big one, talking shit. And then I just seen all my mentions like, that's Cash Dog. Kendrick Lamar said something. I'm like, Kendrick Lamar, what the fuck he say? So I'm nervous, like, which way did this go? Like, but I know I ain't never did nothing, or I haven't even met Kendrick. So I'm like, so I'm listening to it and I'm trying to figure out what did he say?
Me too. He said, find the jewels like Cash Dog. Find the jewels like Cash Dog.
I'm like, maybe talking about Ice Me Out.
There was a rumor going around at the time that at one point you had lost some jewelry.
Yeah.
So I connected it to that. I didn't think it was
too,
deeper.
And I'm like, damn, he dig that deep to know that
That's
I lost
what I'm saying.
jewelry?
Find the jewels like Cash Doll. Let's look at the receipts. Was that the next line? Let's look at the receipts.
I just need you to think.
I just need you to think. Yeah, he was. But what?
And then everybody on the internet, he ain't talking about you. And I was like, well, I don't know. This is what everybody's saying to me.
The nigga said Cash Doll.
Find the jewels. It was a double entendre.
Huh?
He was saying find the jewels, but he's also saying what I'm telling you. Look for the message in it. Find the jewel in what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. That's all. I'm giving you jewels. Find them. That's it.
But so what's he saying? Ice me out.
But yeah, but your name came from the lost jewels. So
okay. Well then that's what he was talking
find
about.
The jewels
so I was
like
I was a part of this shit, y'all. I was just like, shit. I'm going crazy right now.
That's word. For real. Word.
Like what? So I was just like,
record.
Damn, I'm like, I don't know, cause then people start saying, yeah, cause you did this and she did this with Kendrick, and I'm like, I haven't even seen him in person. What are you talking about? And then they took the fun out of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, all right,
we'll do that.
That happens fast.
There you go.
That happens fast.
Shout out to Kendrick for showing me some love. I ain't in that.
Were you one of the people surprised that Lil Wayne didn't get the Super Bowl nod in New Orleans?
Dang, Wayne, because Wayne a GOAT.
Of course.
I'm like, he like top 5 for me. So I was like, damn, that
From
would have been
Detroit,
good.
right?
Yeah, I feel like that would have been good. He is definitely in my top 5.
This nigga stupid.
Wayne's definitely in my
Of course.
top 5.
Of course.
But I thought it was. I mean, it made sense for sure. That's his hometown, and he'd been putting so much work in the game for so long. But I ain't taking it from Kendrick neither. So it's like that's why I just shut up, y'all. See, that's why I ain't on podcast. Y'all see what?
Smart. No, I feel you.
You see what I'm saying? Because I mean, I feel it. I feel Kendrick right now in his prime, and he going crazy. But it's like Wayne is Wayne, and Wayne been doing his thing, and it's like, damn.
Yeah, both things can be said and still be paying respect to both of them.
Yeah, because I really genuinely feel like that, and it ain't like me copping out and trying to play both sides. Because I'm genuinely a Lil Wayne fan, like top 5 in my books. I don't give a fuck. So I would love to see him halftime and at home. Crazy. That's a crazy lineup. And then Cash Money going crazy like Hot Boys. I'm like, 19 to 2000. What? That would have went crazy.
19 to 2000.
Been working with that shit.
Anybody you want to work with? I know Wayne. I'm sure
I work
Wayne
with
is
Wayne.
You work with Wayne. So anybody else you would want to work with in the future that you ain't worked with
She
yet?
ain't doing music no more.
Oh, well, shit. Yeah.
Rihanna, she done.
That's it?
She said she ain't.
Just those two?
I would like to work with a lot of people. Like, as long as it just makes sense.